What a fantastic batting display by the Indian team once again. They only seem to be getting better game after game. But the star of today's game wasn't Virat Kohli. It was Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul. With me in the studio, I have Raja and Atrio. Raja, I just have to ask you one thing. Have you seen my pull shot?
I knew this was coming. KL Rahul has, of course, asked this question when he was asked this question about not KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer.
Hmm.
When he was asked this question at the press conference, he did say, "Have you seen my pull shot? How many runs have I scored of that? How many boundaries I hit?" Uh, I think sometimes players do get aggressive. This is counter aggression. It is nice. It worked for him very well today. He scored all the plenty of runs with the pull shot. Great 100 for him. Although it is Netherlands, India has got to 400 plus. At one time, it didn't look like India was going to touch the 400 mark. Good on both Shreyas and KL Rahul for having got hundreds against their names and taking India past that 400 mark. We were all waiting for that 413, which was the score that India would have got against Bermuda all those years ago. It would have been great if India had passed that today.
Atrio, would you like to add to that?
Well, it's about a superlative batting performance. I mean, uh, today was a day when the two of your top guns they did not really get big scores. I mean, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli did not get tall scores, but this is what it's about, a good batting unit. I mean, everybody contributes, and today it was they were expected to do well, and they did that. I mean, that is the I think the good point.
All right. So a lot has been spoken about Shreyas Iyer. So we have something very special for all of you all to see. Have a quick look.
Shreyas Iyer's first World Cup century and his fourth overall in international cricket was a cricketing symphony that unfolded with a rhythm of its own. From the moment he took guard, there was a sense of focus in his eyes, a determination that seemed to resonate through every shot he played. The journey to Shreyas Iyer's century was one of resilience, skill, and sheer love for the game. As he elegantly drove the ball through the covers or executed a perfectly timed pull shot, it wasn't just about runs on the board, it was about a batter in his element, savouring each moment in the middle. The applause from the crowd wasn't just for the century, it was an acknowledgement of the hours of practice, the sacrifices, and the passion that brought Shreyas Iyer to the remarkable milestone. The stadium, alive with the cheer of fans, became a canvas where a cricketer painted his masterpiece. In every run scored, there was a story, perhaps a near miss, a brilliantly negotiated bouncer, or a perfectly placed single that showcased the artistry in the sport. Shreyas Iyer's century wasn't merely a scorecard entry, it was a shared experience, a journey of highs and lows that resonated with every cricket enthusiast witnessing the magic unfold. Shreyas Iyer's century wasn't merely a scorecard entry, it was a shared experience, a journey of highs and lows that resonated with every cricket enthusiast witnessing the magic unfold.
Absolutely fantastic. Before we move on to KL Rahul, a quick word on King Kohli. He's the highest run getter in the World Cup at the moment with 594 runs. Raja, a small comment on Virat Kohli.
He played well today, but I think the standout memory will be how Rolf van der Merwe got him bowled. Uh, Ball slipping under the bat and taking the top of the off stump. I don't think Virat will want to remember that, but I think it will be a standout memory for the bowler to get Virat Kohli's wicket bowled, especially at that in a World Cup match. Uh, in a game where Netherlands does not have much at stake, they're already finishing 10th at the bottom of the table. They're fighting very hard, and here is a left-arm spinner, vastly experienced, with plenty of international experience behind him, coming and bowling Virat Kohli. They were teammates in RCB some years ago. He would have known Virat Kohli's style of batting. Who doesn't? But to have picked up his wicket, I think that's the standout memory for me as well.
Atrio, Raja had mentioned the fighting spirit that the Dutch have. What do you think keeps them motivated? They're out of the tournament, but you've seen them diving on the field, trying their best to stay in the game.
See, I think it's about trying to give your best no matter what the outcome is going to be. I mean, everybody knows, probably the Dutch themselves knew that they are not going to get much out of this India game. But when you are playing a World Cup match against a top side, I mean, against the hosts, then you try and give your best. And the fielding is something which is in your hands. I mean, batting, bowling, probably skills matter more. But while you're fielding, you can probably outdo yourself, and that's what they did.
Yeah, true. Raja, I think it's fair to say that Shreyas Iyer probably wouldn't go on to play the innings if he didn't have KL Rahul as a partner. KL Rahul, fantastic. He's gone on to play an innings which has reminded all of us, there's many innings that he's played in the IPL, a similar sort of innings. Fantastic.
I think players at this level, Ishan, tend to feed off each other. Now, if Virat Kohli was around, Shreyas might have batted slightly better. He might have been more aggressive, perhaps. It was not until KL came and started scoring at a fast clip, maybe after his first 30 deliveries or so, that is when Shreyas also started scoring freely, especially after his 100. Between his 50 and 100, I think he was not quite the free-stroking batsman that we all think he is. But I think it was KL Rahul's influence. This is one place where KL made a big difference to Shreyas Iyer in the middle.
Atri, would you agree on that?
Yes, to an extent, but I would also like to say that this is a sign of a very, very dangerous side. I mean, everybody is scoring runs, no matter which position they are batting in. They are scoring runs in some style. So this is something which all teams will be very, very scared of, and nobody will like to take on India.
True. On that note, we have something made really special for KL Rahul as well. Please have a look.
KL Rahul. Ahead of the World Cup, he was clearly one of the most trolled cricketers in the world, if not the most trolled. There were so many questions about him. In fact, some even went on to say it's better if he does not get fit. People questioned his strike rate, his importance in the team, the long rope he was given. The coach and the captain were asked repeated questions as to why KL Rahul was being persisted with. Come the World Cup, step up KL Rahul. In that match against Australia, India needed him. At 10 for 3, you needed someone to stand with Virat Kohli. KL Rahul once again proved how important he is to this Indian setup. Even in the last match, KL Rahul stood up alongside Rohit Sharma. England was on song. Virat Kohli had fallen for a duck. Shreyas Iyer perished. And that's when Rohit Sharma needed someone to stitch together a partnership. And there was KL Rahul once again. He has been stellar behind the stumps as well, but more importantly, he is that indispensable glue in the middle order that stitches the Indian batting together. A number of legends spoke about the importance of KL Rahul to us. Take a listen.
I think the other thing about someone like KL Rahul, he can bat anywhere. If somebody gets injured, he could open the batting. He could bat at 3. He could bat at 4. While he's batting like this at his best, he can strike at 140, 150 down the, if he comes in for the last 10 overs. So I think the fact he's in form, that really helps India. Gives him extra power, extra depth, and he's a significant player for India for sure.
So for me, what I feel, the reason I know a lot of people feel that KL Rahul gets treated specially, he's always in the team, he has a longer rope, all this is true, I'm with you on all this. But let's get to the reasons why he is. The reason is that he's the sort of player that the day he plays, he doesn't need anybody else to play. So game-changing player, and these sort of players are very difficult to find. So when you get them, you keep them, you treat them specially. The versatility to open, bat at 100 strike rate in 1 day, come to number 5, and then bat at 90 and take care of the game, field, keep wickets. So he's a multi-dimensional player. So he's a quiet boy, I know him a little bit. So he's not on your face so much, but if you see his utility as a cricketer, and I think he's a batsman, as a batter, you see him in test matches, England 100. Test match hundreds. Now these are very special players. And sometimes a couple of failures, even we say, oh my God, they gave me a long rope. Always think the people who get a long rope are special players. And I'll give you a few names who have got long ropes. Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Saurav Ganguly, VVS Lakshman have all been through a little bit of a crunch in their careers, but they've been giving long ropes. That is the reason why they have had the careers they are.
The best part about KL Rahul is his nature. Calm, composed, not getting flustered, taking control of the situation, and never.
All right, there you have it. Fantastic trio. The openers got off to a good start. Do you think they should have capitalized against this Netherlands bowling attack?
Yeah, they would have liked to. I mean, especially Gill, because he is somebody who is the next superstar of Indian batting, and they would have liked to. But I don't think the team will mind it because I mean everybody contributing, everybody scoring runs. This is something which does not happen very often. Even a few days back, when they scored 350 plus without 100, without anybody scoring a century, they scored 350 plus. So that shows that everybody is contributing, and openers did their job. I mean, yeah, I mean, yes, we can say that they will be disappointed that they didn't get a bigger score, but they did their job.
Roger, would you like to say
Yeah,
something?
definitely. Rohit Sharma had a century for the asking. Today was probably his day. One of the reasons why he would have chosen to bat first on winning the toss was to show to the rest of the team that this is a dominant Indian side. And one of the reasons why India is dominating the other sides is Rohit Sharma playing attackingly at the start of the inning. Today he did that, but he could have kicked on to score 100. I think in the quest for a big shot, he fell. Perhaps not the best shot that he could have played at that moment. He would be disappointed himself. But when you look at the overall score and you look at 410, you're quite happy that you allowed the others an opportunity to bat and score runs. On that front, maybe Surya Kumar Yadav may feel completely left out because he got one delivery to bat. Uh, Easy pickings for them.
Yes.
The reason why they picked to bat first, opted to bat first, was to put a tall score on the board. And when that is gone, it doesn't matter whether you've fallen for 60 or whether you've fallen for 10.
Yeah, that is what I mean. Their job was to give a start, which they did.
Atri, would you suggest that the Indian team should have made some changes going into this game? Probably one of their premier pacers got injured. Someone like Prasidh Krishna coming in for this game, or even just saving it for the semi-final, or not risking one of the premium players for the semi-final. Do you think that would have made more sense?
I was thinking that they would rest one of the fast bowlers and get Prasidh Krishna a game, and also Ashwin a game. But somehow they decided against it. I mean, they wanted to go ahead with the momentum, and it's also a fact that they had a fairly long gap. So it's not that it was 7 days before the last match. It was 7 days before the previous match also.
Yes.
So they have got adequate rest. Yes, when a team is sure to top the table and last match against a team, any team, you expect that certain changes will be made. But somehow this Indian team has not gone for that. They probably want to keep everybody in perfect shape. So you give it to them.
Raja, I think a very valid point made here. Momentum. Going into a game against New Zealand at the Wankhede Stadium, you want to play your same side, right?
Very clearly. And that's the message that comes from this game. Uh, Both Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid would have been tempted to try a different combination, but they went with the same 11 primarily because they don't want to lose the momentum. And the semi-finals in 3 days. Uh, while Atreo makes this point that the last game was played last Sunday, it's very important that this team remains in good competitive nick going into the semi-final. And we all know it is New Zealand, and we all know that it is a dangerous side. It's beaten India in the 2019 World Cup. A New Zealand team beat an Indian side in 2019. Some of these players played in that game and it'll be working on their mind. So they probably want to go in full steam ahead. And that's why you saw no changes in the side. I don't think they will make a change going into that semi-final against New Zealand either at the Wankhede Stadium. Will want stability, will not want to alter too much. What do they say? They say that don't need to tinker when something doesn't need any repairing.
True.
I think it was also a statement of intent that this is a no nonsense side, that we are not going to take anybody lightly. Whenever we are going to play, we are going to come out at full strength and give it a go.
True. our trio, Ravindra Jadeja on this wicket, the impact that he'll have.
Well, it's not just Ravindra Jadeja. I think it's about the Indian bowling attack altogether. I mean, it's the most fearsome attack, and that is what yeah, we are talking. We have seen some tall score. Virat Kohli has been outstanding. Everybody has contributed, but it is bowling which makes India the most dangerous side. I mean, all of them are wicket-taking bowlers. Ravindra Jadeja, we saw that he didn't have a great start to the tournament. Then he came back in the. I mean, he got wickets in the in the last game, and this is not only about Jadeja. Yes, this track it has aided spin in the past, but I don't think it's going to be only Jadeja. It's going to be everybody, and that's what I think. I mean,
I think that's a valid point made by our trio here. Raja, but Mohammad Shami would be hoping to get another fifer.
I think anybody who is having a go at the Netherlands side will want to pick up enough and more wickets. But I don't think this Indian attack will underestimate Netherlands. They have beaten two very high quality sides in the run up to this game. I don't think this Indian they will be not afraid of losing this game, but they will want to bowl them out quickly. And each of the bowlers who's ever tossed the ball by Rohit Sharma will want to come and claim wickets. So whether it is Jasprit Bumrah at the start, or Mohammad Siraj with a new ball, or Shami coming in first change, or even Kuldeep Yadav bowling his Chinaman, I think each of them will want to take wickets. And if India can wrap this game up in about 35-40 overs, they will be a happy side because they will give themselves that additional time both to get some rest and then fly to Mumbai to get ready for that game against New Zealand.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think it's a very very hungry bowling side. I mean, all of them are very eager to take wickets.
Yep. On that note, I think it's time for us to wrap up our uh, the discussion that we've had at the moment, and we'll head straight to the second news.